I'm a Pitbull, and I approve this message.
Hey, hello. Welcome to Conversations with a Pitbull Live. I am Foster Carter, and the empty seat next to me would be Daniel Mason. And I haven't talked to Danny. We've been off for a couple of weeks, as you guys know, because, Hollywood was calling, man. We had to make a couple of nickels and rusty nail to keep the phone on and keep this show on the air a little bit. Is that Paula Archer?
Hi.
Hey, baby.
Welcome
how
back,
are you?
Everybody.
How you doing?
I'm good. You?
Good. Glad to be back, in a way. So, how's the animal world, man? I've been off, because, when you're doing those long movie hours, man, it's just no time. But that's why we're trying to combine these two lives, entertainment and animals, So what's the latest, as they say, what's the word on the street, Paula?
Oh, let's see. We have the top-rated show in the world, seen in over 71 countries or more.
Well, that's always a good thing, That's a wonderful thing. I'm like, hey. Huh?
That'd be us.
No, I don't have echo. I could hear Paula actually, for once. Everybody on the set was excited to hear about my real life, the Foster's Animal World and Conversations with a Pitbull thing, It's like, I said, hey, we do this movie thing for money, but, the real passion in the real life is, trying to help change things for the animals, man. So that was good. We picked up a couple of new viewers and followers and stuff in Hollywood, and you never know. Some guests, different. You see there? I haven't been sleeping. So a few actors and actresses who are animal lovers and dog owners and different things who want to come on the show. So that's great. I got to forward all these numbers and things to you, Paula, so you can be up on it, because I'll lose it sooner or later. Everybody says, hey, book me on. I want to come on. Actually, I was working with Hawthorne James too. He was on the movie.
My man.
Yeah, your guy, and he played a preacher, man. And it was so funny. We had a good time. He was on for about a week, so that made that week a whole bunch of fun. It's like old home week and stuff. I think the doorbell rang, and that might be Danny rolling in here late. Let's see if he's got donuts. Okay, which I could use a jelly donut right about now. Hey, I think Cheryl said she was going to Skype in today.
Good.
Yeah, that'd be a real good thing.
No donuts. No donuts.
Paula said no donuts. Don't bust him. How you doing, doctor? Don't bust him. Paula said he's late. He's getting donuts. I said, so. Hey,
How you doing, Chris?
so you got dogs today, Paula?
Oh, you know I do.
Okay. So why don't we let Danny get a seat? Or actually, if Chris wants, you guys, we can start this day off and get some dogs adopted while Danny settles in, and we can come back and start this show. You know, and what guest do we have today?
We have Lynn from Canine Cupids, and she is going to share her story and, excuse me, and the screen with Frankie. And I'm in love. He's adorable.
Really?
He's a kisser. I can tell.
I thought, why don't we have Lynn from the Canine Cupids on?
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and no, we're gonna do the dogs first, and then Lynn, if you're out there, you know, you get ready for that call, and Chris will be skyping you in, and we'll go. Cause Cheryl's not on yet, is she? Cheryl's there. Hey, Cheryl. Hello.
I'm here.
You there?
I'm here. If you can see me, can you see me?
Where's your picture at?
I don't know. I'm videoing in.
Oh, you don't have group video.
In my car.
Oh, you don't have group video capabilities, Chris is saying. Okay. So okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna get these dogs saved first, right off the bat, so we can get right back in the flow, and then
you're right, dogs come first.
Yeah, and Chris will get Danny on, and then we'll figure it out, this whole thing. All right.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So Chris is on you and Paula.
Chris, when you're ready.
He said he's ready.
All right, let's go. The first one we have today, this is Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is a year old. She's a female mix, and she is looking for her next playmate. Now we have the second one is Gambit. He is also a year old, and he is a male lab pit blend. And it looks like he's trying to be invisible, but would love someone to invite him to play ball. Now we have Bishop. Bishop is around a year old also. He is a lab pit blend. He has an awful worried look on his face in the shelter. Now next up we have Robin Hood. Just a baby, and he's looking for love. Now we have Marion. Could this be Maid Marion? Such a sweetie at 9 months old. I would say maybe she and Robin Hood might be possibly brother and sister. Not sure. This next little guy with no name would love to come home with you. And what would you name him? Now we have the next one is Rena. Rena is the social butterfly. You can see her here with all of her little friends. And she is about 2 to 3 years old. Now we have Patches. Patches is shy, but she would love to make some new friends. She's around a year old, so she's still quite puppy. Now we have Duffy. Duffy is past the puppy stage, around 3 years old, but he likes to hang out on the couch and he needs a partner. Now we have Mia. Mia is patiently waiting for her new friend. And we have Mona. Mona, as you can see, is getting some much wanted attention from one of the shelter volunteers. She is a love bug. Now we have, last but not least, Bo Diddy. Just a young'un hoping to find a loving home. These animals are located in the Florence Lauderdale Animal Shelter, and that's in Florence, Alabama. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Their phone number is 256-760-6676. And if you need that information, get a hold of me. I will be happy to give it to you so that you can help out one of these super sweet babies in this Florence Lauderdale shelter. That's it for today.
Cool. So, hey, welcome, doctor.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
You? All right. So, how you been? I was checking in with Paula on the world of animals and stuff. What you been? How's those puppies in the house and the kennel and all that stuff?
Everybody's good. They're running wild and stuff and getting used to having their chateau, so to speak. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. So, you didn't happen to bring that adoption video with you, did you? The one we did on the Saturday. So we plan that for next week or something, because I know that should have been really, really nice. We went out to the best friends adoption event.
Yeah. At the La Brea Tar Pits. That was always fun.
Yeah, and shot some stuff, and then I know you stayed out there another hour after I left.
Yeah.
So we'll let everybody see that. So Paula, Cheryl. Oh, okay. We're gonna pull Cheryl up here. Cheryl.
Hey.
There you
how
are.
Are you?
Look at you.
Here I am.
See you. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Just sitting out here in the beautiful Oregon sun today. Supposed to be really hot this weekend. How is everybody there?
Good. You got new hair?
No, same old hair, just pulled up in a ponytail.
Oh, okay. Me too.
We're brother and sister from another mother.
Yep, I know. It's been a minute since we've been on. So how's things in Portland? What's the word, on the street per se up in Portland? And has anything taken place that we need to let the world know about since we've been off?
Well, first thing I wanted to do today is give a shout out. We did an event at the West Columbia Gorge Humane Society last Saturday called the Hike on the Dike. And it's a charity event for the little shelter that could. And I met some great people there. Next to us was a new Pitbull advocacy group in Southwest Washington called Blame the Owner, Not the Breed. Everybody needs to go on Facebook and like their page and give them some love. And also, original bully clothing manufacturers have now moved up here to Portland.
Oh yeah.
So everybody go on Facebook, check out Original Bully. They have great shirts on there, and every dime of their profits goes to local shelters and Pitbull rescues. So it's a great thing. If you want to wear cool bully clothes that are going to help somebody, check out Original Bully. Nothing else really much going on here. We had our bully walk last Sunday, and I just, again, want to shout out to everybody and say, hey, if you have a pit bull and you know people that in your town that have a pit bull, get together at least once a month, maybe every 6 months.
That's right.
Get out there and show the community who has pit bulls and what great dogs they are, because a lot of pit bull owners are responsible people. So
that's right.
We need to get that visual out in front of people.
That's the truth. They're not that crazy dog. I love that title.
No.
Here, being in so close to, our studio is so close to West Hollywood, the Hike on the Dike, we could probably get a lot of support for that one around here, Sure.
Actually, it's because there's a dike that goes along the Columbia River that is like right near the shelter. So that's why it's the Hike on the Dike.
Oh, okay, because we got a street called Santa Monica Boulevard that a lot of dike take hike on or something. But that's a whole nother story.
Day and night,
yeah, it's like some of my best friends are dikes.
There you go.
So hey, what was I gonna say to you? Oh God, my memory is so bad. Do you know anything about this Hesperia thing?
I don't really know anything about it. I saw on Facebook when it first came out, when that dog, the pictures of that dog went around that they had tried to euthanize.
Yeah.
I know Paula has been working on something for the show, and I'm really anxious to see something about the show on our show. I mean, something about that shelter on our show.
Yeah, I think Paula's putting together a big deal for next week.
Right.
you know, for like Tuesday or something like that. But she needs to go to Ohio, so I don't know if that's going to stick or what. But we will see, you know. But you know, that's the whole thing is when you on this film stuff, you just have no time whatsoever to pay attention to anything. So I was just wondering if you knew anything about that. So we have a guest that we're supposed to be bringing in here. Chris, is she? Oh, Cheryl, we're gonna have to call you back, or she can you can call in on the telephone, because according to the Skype rules or something of the USDA Federal Administration, we can't have you on a cell phone Skype and
no problem.
And the
no
regular
problem.
Skype, okay? So we're gonna.
Nice to see you.
It's very good to see you. We need more FaceTime with Cheryl than on the telephone, right, Dan?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
yeah, you and Danny need to get your butts up here to Portland.
That is the truth, man. I mean, we need to get these butts a whole bunch of places, you know. But before we let you go, is there anything you want to tell Cheryl before I cut her off?
Nah, just I love you. It's great to see your face, and keep up the good work and inspiring people and giving them some nice knowledge about joining together and getting some people out there active to rehabilitate some of the images and the perceptions of these dogs that we all love. So keep at it, girl.
Well, thank you much, Danny. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.
Yeah,
but I won't see you later.
Yeah, and now you can get out of the maid's SUV and get back over into the Bentley, you know, and stuff. You know
well, my boss told me he found out I was stealing an extra in office and doing the show, and he says, "Hey, you can't be on a show at work." So I just said, "I'll go in my car." Fine.
Yeah. Well, I know, we know, but you can get next time. You can Skype in from that convertible Bentley. We know that you got it in the garage. See you later, dear.
See you later. Love you guys.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, that's our correspondent for the Northwest Coast. And we're going to take a break and pay some bills with Pitbull Energy Drink, because Pitbull HipHopBev.com.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
Hey, there you go. hiphopbev.com. That's what I need as a radio voice. Hey, so we have with us, as we try to bring Paula Archer back up in the studio here with us, this is Cupids. Cupid, what is it?
Canine Cupid.
I knew that. That's what I was just about to say. Canine Cupids. Hi.
Hey, Lynn.
Lynn.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome to Conversations with a Pitbull. And Danny was just asking during the commercial, he was like, hey, you know, is that Lynn from Canine Cupids? And I was saying, no. That was the other Lynn. This is Canine Cupids Lynn. So it's a
very common name. People get confused all the time.
Yeah. So where are you guys located?
We are in the Midwest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Really?
And it's a very balmy 60-some degrees here today, so, you know.
That's frigid for us.
Yeah,
yes, I know.
Exactly. Yeah, no, you would get a sweater. You know, I was like, wow, you know, Wisconsin. So tell us about Canine Cupids, man.
Canine Cupids is an organization here in Milwaukee that started April 2013. We concentrate primarily on the homeless dogs in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'd say 99.9% of our dogs come from local animal control, which is the Milwaukee Area Domestic Animal Control Commission, which is also known as MADIC. They're not a shelter. They do adopt pit bulls straight from their facility, but they are more for housing dogs that are homeless, found as strays, owner surrenders, abuse cases, neglect cases, dog fighting, all that fun stuff. So we're one of their major placement partners. We take dogs of all sizes, breeds. We are known for taking lots of medical need cases. We've had mange dogs who are, we didn't think they were going to make it, but they have. We've taken dogs who have needed amputations, have had ACL surgeries, eye issues. It doesn't matter. We try to help as many as we can and however we can.
I know. I mean, I just had a feeling I could tell you got a big heart.
Oh, because of this?
Yeah.
I'm just one of those crazy people, that's all.
No, that's great. You know,
You found the right place, then.
Yeah, exactly. You came to the right spot. No, I would have one of those. That's the first time I've seen that tattoo right at that particular place. It's a great place. To see on me, nobody would ever see it.
No, unless you went around with a V-neck on.
Yeah, no, it's like they ask me, hey, could you close your shirt up? Every time I do. So, how long you been doing this? Oh, look at that. Oh, we got a couple.
That's Frankie and his girlfriend, Patty.
Oh, look at that.
Where'd they go? Oh, they're over there. I can't move it that far.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I grew up on a farm in Western New York, so I've always had animals in my life. But it wasn't until I moved here to Milwaukee, and that was about 13 years ago, I think. I started fostering for an organization who later on I found out that our ideas didn't quite mesh. And so I had left that organization. And then I came across another organization through a Facebook post, and I started fostering for them. And I was with them for about a year. They were based in Chicago, though. And the larger we got here in Milwaukee, there's a lot of differences between regulations between Illinois and Wisconsin. So that got to be a little complicated. So we decided to split off, and Canine Cupids was born. So I think I have a bowl with all of my foster dog tags in it, and there's over 200 tags in that bowl. So there's been quite a few dogs that have passed through my doors. Like right now, I've got multiple fosters. It doesn't stop me. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care about my furniture. My house, isn't dirty, but it's like if they chew on the leg of I don't care. I'll just go to the thrift store and get something else. Their lives are more important than my furniture.
Right.
Or my shoes, which turns out to be the case sometimes. But
Well,
I just love having them around, and they're really my sole purpose. I don't have a social life, but that's my choice. I put everything I have into them and into this rescue, and that's what makes me happy. Even though some people don't understand that.
We were looking at some of the information, like on your website and stuff like that, and one of the things that jumped out at us was this commitment to promoting the individuality of dogs, the need to give every dog a fair shot, and not just look at them as just a book by their cover, or in a more technical sense, like labeling breeds by their look and therefore subjugating them or applying different things to them. Tell us why the individuality and this need for abandoning stereotyping in the dog community is something that's really important to you.
Well, I mean, obviously there's between social media, news medias, certain breeds, and I'm not going to specifically say pit bulls because certain breeds have developed a bad rap. They get the most hype and the most sort of dramatic response from news teams if there's an incident. So, and it sort of snowballs down to all breed, the entire group of that specific breed. But if you were to see a dog like Frankie, who is, has got his scars on his face, he's a big boy, he's very intimidating, walking down the street and people might say, oh my God, he's dangerous, he's, whatever. He is the biggest, he's the scaredy cat. He's afraid of like the electric mixer, for Christ's sakes. You know what I mean? He's just a big love bug. So it's just, when you see a dog or a person even, you can't just look at them and say, well, that's the way that dog is going to be, or that's the way that person is going to be. Because I've been bitten by a Chihuahua,
Me
more
too.
than I've been bitten by any other dog.
Yep.
And I have scars and stitches to prove that. So, but certain dogs just get labeled, and we don't want people to continue to propagate that type of mentality. We want them to meet the dogs, actually get to know them before you come to a conclusion. Because once you meet them, you're going to have a whole different idea.
That's right.
So just don't be afraid to open yourself up, you know.
Yeah, and if you're getting bit by those little chihuahuas, might I suggest not wearing those bacon gloves?
I mean, I knew it was something.
Yeah.
Those little suckers. Somebody had one on this movie, but it was the puppy, and he was the nicest little thing, though.
Franklin James.
Yeah.
What are the laws like out there in your area, Lynn? Like, what are the what kind of legislation are you guys dealing with, or what are some of the constraints or good things that may be happening in your area?
There's a couple of organizations within Milwaukee that fight to, oppose breed legislation. Unfortunately, we do have a couple of municipalities here that do have bans. Even down south in Cudahy, it's not an all-around ban, but you have to have a special license. The dog has to have a bright orange, like safety orange collar and leash, so people can identify the vicious breed from afar and not get close to it. There's other municipalities that have to instill these laws, but thankfully they've been fought and they've been, turned away. So I think, Milwaukee, thanks to a lot of the promotion through local animal control, they have a great team on board now, and they're promoting Pitbull awareness. They're doing, things with the public, people with, neighborhoods that are at risk or lower income, or that might be centers of dog fighting, just trying to educate the kids and changing people's awareness, and trying to get them to understand that it's not a vicious breed. It's not the viciousness of a dog. There's a lot of things factoring in there, but thankfully Milwaukee is very proud of their pit bulls, and that's kind of like the Milwaukee's dog right now, and we're very happy about that.
That's right. And you guys are doing some good outreach and partnering up with some people. Can you tell us a little bit about Moto for Mutts? I saw something on your website.
Moto for Mutts, yeah. So Moto for Mutts is Moto Scoot is a local company that offers scooters and such, and they donated a scooter to us. And so within that, we're going out to local places and having the scooter there, selling raffle tickets, again, to benefit Canine Cupids, but also then to, teach people about Canine Cupids and about things about dogs and training. And we have quite a few trainers that even work with us that are, they're known for working with troubled dogs. And again, it's so empowering to be able to see, I don't know what I just did there, but it's so empowering to see a dog who came out of the shelter, was terrified or had behavior issues, become this well-balanced dog and be at an event. And people are going, he came from the shelter? Well, yeah, he came from the shelter. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just, he's just had a bad past. That's all. He's seen some stuff, but give him a chance, kind of thing. So we're very glad to be partnering with these people who, organizations, companies, like even the Best Place in Milwaukee, the historic Pabst, they're helping us now promote and teaming up with us, and that's going to be a whole nother outreach, which is great. But we're most proud of our relationship with Matic, with Animal Control, and helping them maintain that positivity and be more about the successes than the negativity and the bad and the things. Because people, while they like that and they like that drama, that's not what's going to get these dogs adopted. You need to change the perception on all that.
How are you able to keep doing what it is that you're doing without like a physical facility? You guys don't have a facility, right? You guys rely on fosters, and you guys are high-powered in the actually doing the grunt work and the trench work, right? How are you able to keep it going?
It's hard. We just actually had a board meeting on Sunday, and we were talking about that. But, I mean, having a facility, it changes the dynamic of everything. Obviously, then you get overhead costs. There's different, rules and stuff. And we love the fact that our dogs are in foster homes. It gives them a chance to experience life the way it should be and learn the skills that they need to have to be adopted. Obviously, if you're in a shelter, that's a whole different thing. But it's tough. I mean, I don't know what our number is right now, but I'm going to guess that we probably have around 30 or 40 active foster homes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right. Now, I want to know how you go about that first. But Cheryl, do you have any questions you want to chime in that for
Lynn?
No, I don't. I do just want to say I love what she said about, being certain ways does not help get dogs adopted or rescued or helped. That's my motto right there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this earlier today. I don't know. It's just a little bit of a pivot, but did you guys hear about this story with this hedge fund guy that he just donated like $400 million to Harvard University for their research and stuff like that? And it got me to thinking about the ways in which the haves utilize their money. I mean, obviously, if you earn your money, you can do whatever it is that you want or whatever. But like, I wish that somebody like that could see those dog tags in her bull, in Lynn's bull, and just say, hey, you know what? What it would do? You know how I could affect change, like in a real substantive way, is drop a facility over here in Milwaukee real quick. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't know. I just thought about that, like driving in, how there's so much philanthropy that goes on, and some of the people that really, really are out there doing great, wonderful work, or that are really deserving, they need access to something. And part of it is I think using the media like we are to try to put a face on people that are doing this wonderful work is a little bit of a help. But I wish we could have found a way to get a sliver of that $400 million over to Lynn and get these fosters a place where they could do Eddie Murphy, give me half.
Funny, we all talk, most people like in animal rescue, we all talk about if we won the lottery, and I mean I grew up on a farm and I hated it, as a child I hated it, but now it's all I can think about is I just want to have a farm and go back to the farm,
that land back.
And be able to have as many dogs as I want and not have to worry about breaking laws and having people come in and threaten to take them because I'm hoarding them, which I'm not. I'm just collecting them.
I like the fact that people you just do what you can with whatever it is that you have, and if everybody would subscribe to that kind of philosophy, I think we'd be all right. You don't have to wait for a windfall of money and stuff when you see what people, how creative people are with how they get things done for these animals.
Exactly. So tell me what's that? Give everybody the conversation that you give to people to get them to foster, because I think that's
we do have a foster coordinator who is fantastic. And so I'm not involved with the foster recruiting directly anymore, but a lot of the times when I do talk to people, I let them know, she was actually adopted by one of our foster homes. It was a foster fail. And she's a dog trainer, so it's But we always tell people, obviously, if you're even considering adopting a dog, try out fostering first. You'll know if you're ready, and when that right one comes along, you're going to know. And if you foster 6 or 7 dogs in the meantime, guess what? That's 6 or 7 lives that you just saved. And then we tell them that obviously if you have children, it's a good way to teach your kids responsibility.
Exactly.
Give them a task and have them take care of the needs of that dog. It teaches them compassion. It teaches them responsibility. It gives them a bond. And it's just a great thing. And every time we pull a dog out of the facility, that leaves room for another dog to come in, because obviously overpopulation and turnaround. And thankfully, Maddox does not euthanize based on space. It's been a lot better since things have picked up at Maddox as far as marketing and their new team. So, which we're proud of. But we still try to recruit as many foster homes as possible, because we sometimes have foster dogs that don't work out in that particular home.
Right.
We may find a foster dog that all of a sudden maybe doesn't do well with cats. Well, now we have to move that foster dog. So it's nice to have a variety of foster homes. And of course, then, the most valued is the one with no other dogs.
Yeah, right.
In case the dog comes to us and has some issues with other dogs initially until training can happen.
Right.
But
Well,
I don't have a speech that's.
Oh
like
yeah, because
Well, they have a really comprehensive website. I don't know if you had a chance
no, I haven't
to look.
had a chance. I haven't
It's
had
really
a
cool
chance
when you go in there in the
to
little
see it.
foster section. They got like all the kind of like frequently asked questions and like, hey, what do I
Really?
need or what do I need to do and how can I get it going? And it's like, hey, it's just like it's very detailed and
Yeah.
very simple and easy to
Some
follow.
people are afraid because they think financially they're going to be responsible, and it's not. We pay for everything. Some people do donate food, because of it's just easier if I just feed them what my dog is eating, whatever. But we take care of all the medical. We give you supplies. We, give you food. Whatever you need, we're there for it. And I think that's what turns people off. It's like, I can't afford to do that. Well, the only thing it's really costing is your time, your love, and your commitment, and that's it.
How many people you have working with you on this? Because our problem around here is staffing. It's like
Yeah.
we have 8 different departments, and I think Paula is in charge of 7 of them. So it's like
I got approved by the board to handle the donuts, so I'm very proud about that.
Yeah.
I'm stepping my game up. I fell off a little bit this morning, but
So I mean, how many staff do you guys have over there?
Well, we don't have staff. We have volunteers. Nobody's paid. Even the board is all volunteer.
Yeah.
I think now we have about 124 volunteers.
Okay.
So between fosters and volunteers. Some people do event stuff. Some people do, our adoptions. Some people do.
And wait a minute.
just
Are
Facebook. We all pitch in.
these quarter point volunteers, or what? Because how do you how do you get
We have a
100
show.
people to volunteer to something, man? You guys must be putting something in those doggy treats.
It would be nice though to actually try to get some kids to volunteer, but again, there is regulations that if you're under 18, there are certain things that have to be in place if you're working again with a vicious breed. So even at an event, the parent has to be there, but it would be a great thing to actually branch out into. I'll have to bring that up to Jess.
Yeah, man, because that's amazing, But then again, I'm just not that structured on the whole asking people to volunteer to do stuff, because that's an interesting dynamic, though. So Maddox, is it? Did I'm saying it right, Maddox?
It's Maddox, MADACC.
Yeah. Now, they're a separate. Maddox is the state or the city run.
City run, correct.
Okay. And you guys at Cupid is your own private separate thing?
Yes, we're a rescue, a state licensed rescue.
Mm-hmm. But Maddox has employees, right?
Correct. Yes, they have a full staff. Yep.
And you said they're not, they don't put dogs down based upon space. How do they run their thing?
Well, that's something you would have to talk to Maddox about. Obviously, there's certain things that happen there that I'm unaware of. But again, every facility has issues. But I can only tell you that over the last year and a half, things have just gone up, and we're very proud of
that's
Maddox and what
good.
we've done for pit bulls and for the homeless population here in Milwaukee. So,
Yeah.
Lynn, well, Milwaukee, I know it's a sports town. Like, are there any athletes out there, like whether from the Packers or from the Bucks, that are into dogs or that have a visible presence in that community that you're aware of, or no?
There is an organization here, the Milwaukee Animal Alliance. They're one of those organizations that I had mentioned that fight for breed legislation and fight for pushing shelters and such to go zero euthanasia and no kill. And they had a couple of local celebrities. I think the mayor or somebody was in there, the governor, and then some sports players with their dogs in some ad campaigns. But as far as, high visibility, no. Hank, the homeless dog for our baseball team, that's about the most highly visible sport/dog connection that we're going to find here in Milwaukee.
That's right.
I think he's got his own fan base, his own webpage. I think he's got security, like bodyguards that go with him. It's crazy.
Really?
No, that'd be something to look into. Obviously, when you got all that free time that you obviously have, like tapping into some of those athletes and stuff like that. Because a lot of times I found that people that are celebrities or athletes or whatever, like they're interested in helping. Sometimes they have a filter with their handlers or whatever, but like a lot of times they just don't know. They just don't know. They're kind of like, oh, you know what? The NBA or the NFL or MLB puts me into this thing that I got to go and visit the kids at the hospital because that's just part of my contract or whatever. But these other 3 days of my week, I would love to like do something that's kind of low key or just out of the goodness of my heart if somebody were to approach me with it or I knew that it existed. So, you can imagine sometimes these guys, they come from, they might have grown up in Florida and get touchdown in Milwaukee and have no idea where the store is. They don't know how to really integrate themselves into the community. So sometimes the outreach to people that are outside of the dog lover community is sometimes can be really effective. So
there was a national band that came through, and I can't even remember their name, so they're going to be mad that I don't remember their name, but they had come in through Milwaukee and they were playing a gig and they all missed their dogs, so they called animal control and said, hey, can you bring some dogs to the show so we can get some dog loving? And I thought that was just freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, dogs got marketed. People learned about Matic. The band got their dog fix. It was just something that was totally unexpected and something that I never would have thought of. But like Porter said, there's a dynamic to being able to approach somebody and say, give me money, give me your time, give me your, this. I don't have that. I'm the person that sits in the back and I'm quiet. Don't look at me. I'm just going to be over here with the dogs.
I'm the same way.
I don't have a silver spoon in my mouth. I'm not very poetic. I'm not, Lindsay, our fundraiser, she will ask for anything. She has no shame whatsoever, and I love that about her.
Let me help you out with your poetry skills a little bit. You just go up to him and say, hey, roses are red, violets are blue. Give me some money for these wonderful dogs, fool.
Maybe that'll be my next show it.
Danny, don't quit your day job.
Yeah. I can't.
I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Yeah, well,
So, Paula, what do you have to say? You sitting over there?
I'm speechless. Lynn has just got it so together.
I know.
I'm so scattered, and she's got it all together.
Yeah.
I wish I could be more like her.
Well, I wish we could have half of that 120 volunteers. Then you would be more like her, because you'd have more time to be more like you.
Maybe that $400 million the dude donated to the Harvard engineering, maybe they'll come up with, forward this cloning technology so we could get 3 or 4 more Paulas and 4 more Lynn's out there, and get Chris a couple more arms so he could press more buttons back here on the engineering board.
I
come over to say hi. Come here.
Yeah, bring them. We love doggies. Oh, yes.
Can you say hi to Frankie?
Hey.
Frankie. He's looking for his toy.
Right. He's like, throw this.
Out in the window.
Yeah.
Frank. You say hi?
Oh, yeah, that's a good guy.
Oh, boy.
You're gonna jump on the. You're gonna go right on the table. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Yep.
What are you doing? He has no idea what's going on.
Right. He's like, wait a minute.
He's not smart, but I love him.
He doesn't have to be.
He always joke with people. I tell him I got rid of my husband and kept him.
Yeah.
And it's the same. He snuggles the same. He farts in bed. He snores. It's like being married, except I don't have to deal with the extra bull crap.
Exactly. Hey, well, we're gonna take a break, and you can find out about great energy drink instead of having to crack beers open, during a baseball game and bring them to somebody.
Yeah, my lemonade.
Yeah, you got this. And then we want to know about that other little fat guy you got rocking around over there. He doesn't look like he's missing any meals. We'll be right back after.
He's just big boned.
Oh, okay. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
You're watching Conversations with a Pitbull Live, a show about dogs, the people that love them, and real issues. Brought to you by Pitbull Energy Drink. Available in a wide variety of flavors, guaranteed no aftertaste. CWAPB Live will be right back after this dog fact of the day.
The best dog to reportedly attract a date is a golden retriever. The worst is a pit bull. Please support your local rescue groups. They do more to support your community than any others.
Yeah. So how many dogs do you have living with you?
I say that again.
How many dogs do you have living with you that you're fostering?
I've got got my 3. Mine are all old. And then Frankie. Patty is a foster that I've just decided to adopt.
Right.
Her and Frankie love each other, and Frankie needs a companion. Mine are old; they don't want to play; they want to be left alone. So I decided, I just decided recently to keep her. And then I've got Kiki D and Leela, both Pitty American Bulldog mixes. They're outside right now, so they're not being crazy in here. And then I just received a call from a social worker that works with the homeless in Milwaukee, and she has a 10-week-old Pitbull puppy that a family had that can't take care of, and she's going to bring that one to me tonight. So I don't have a new baby.
So you got about 7.
Yeah.
In counting.
Well, let's see. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're right around there.
Yeah. Lucky you. You know, lucky you. I got 2 more to catch up with you. I don't. That's why the whole foster conversation is really of interest to me, because that is such a first step. Because it is a big step for people to decide to adopt a dog and and keep a dog and gonna go. And a lot of people, that short-term commitment is a lot easier for them to comprehend and to digest. And maybe Paula and Cheryl, we need to think about having a show that's just about fosters, just focus on fosters, kind of a conversation to see, what people do to get people to foster dogs, and the best way to talk people into fostering dogs, and that whole education about fostering. I don't think we've done that before, and I haven't seen anything about it, and it appears to be a major part. What do you think, Lynn?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even Maddox has a foster program. Wisconsin Humane Society, Elmbrook Humane Society, a lot of humane societies around here have foster programs. And again, I think a lot of times it helps the dogs get adopted, because people know that what their behavior is, what their personality is after being in a foster home for so long. And again, it lets the dog be able to decompress and relax and just take that big sigh like, oh, I'm safe, I'm good, I'm good. And continue to evolve and grow and be ready to take that next step with their forever family. So yes, foster homes are, they're the center of everything that any rescue organization does.
And foster?
Yeah, yes.
Hey, what I'd like to point out, up here in Portland, we have 2 or 3 Pitbull rescues that absolutely have no facility. They are 100% foster. So we have to keep in mind, too, how important fostering is to be able to even have some rescues.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes sense. So we could do a show, and we can bill it, just fosters on fostering or something like that. And
Frankie is a dog.
Yeah, and then even have people who have been fosters, which we've talked to, one person within another organization or something, I think, over the years. But we have people who are current fosters come on and talk, and Skype in, and we can talk to them about fostering and why they're doing it and what they've gotten out of it and how, other people can benefit from it.
Yeah, I do think that it would be a really cool segment to have a few foster homes sort of chime in and tell about their experiences and what they think the benefits are. And it's not easy. Like you said, it's not for everybody. It's a hard thing to do, to let go.
Right.
But, we tell people if you kept every dog you fostered, then you wouldn't be able to foster anymore. And that means you can't continue to save lives.
Exactly. And
so you have to figure it out. What's the best way to do it?
That's right. And I bet you that there's plenty of stories about people who foster dogs, and then their friends that they're close to end up taking the dog. Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Okay. You get the family and friends first.
Yeah, because the and then the dog's not that far away.
Right.
It's like still but what happens is they get a chance to to see the animal and relate to him and see, oh, this dog is so cool. But they wouldn't have never fostered in the first place themselves. But because they, now they see the dog and they're in contact with him, right?
Right.
And it
I
just,
mean, thankfully, because of Facebook, even today, there's a way, an easy way to stay in touch with your former fosters and their adoptive families, and that's really nice, you know.
Yeah.
To see them grow up. I had one of my fosters came with a litter of, it was a litter of 4. They were a little pitty. I don't know if they were Weimaraner mixes with pitty or not, but there was 3 boys and 1 girl, and they were all, normal size for the 10 weeks. But Zizi was tiny. He was this little tiny thing. And he spent a couple of days in the ER and intensive care, and, they only gave him a 10% chance to make it. He had to have round-the-clock care here and at a friend's house. And when I went to work, he would go there. Constant heat, food every 2 hours or so. And when he got adopted, I stayed in touch with the family through Facebook. And by God, they posted a picture of him the other day. And I don't know what he's been eating, but he is huge. It's like that little tiny thing that had a 10% chance of living is now this beautiful, just beautiful boy. And he's got 2 little boys, two-legged boys at home that love and care for him. And it's things like that. It's like that dog, that puppy would never, ever have made it had it not been for a foster home.
That's awesome.
Not just me, but because of a foster home.
That's awesome. Well, Lynn, tell everybody out there where they can get in contact with you. Throw out the website, your Facebook, and all that, so that people can send some support and find out a little bit more about what you're doing out there in Milwaukee.
Yeah, so Frankie has his own Facebook page, which is, what is it? I'm a Survivor, or Frankie is a Survivor. And I update that so much. I don't really use it for marketing Frankie, but there are a picture of his foster family, or his foster sisters and brothers that come into the house. Obviously on Facebook, Canine Cupids. It's just Canine Cupids. And through Canine Cupids Facebook page, you'll also find some other links for some of our special needs dogs. I had posted the link for Audrey on the show, the Facebook link on the show for Facebook. And Audrey is another one of our special needs dogs. She's been in foster care for, I think, close to a year, and she's still not well enough to be adopted. She had some major skin issues and a horrible case of mange. Obviously, our website, which is just caninecupids.org. We have links on there to some of the other local organizations that we work with. And then MADAC, you can check out MADAC, which is MADACC.com. At least I think it's a .com. I go to it all the time. I don't even think about it. Yeah, it's MADAC.com, MADDACC.com. And you'll find a whole lot of information about breed legislation here in Wisconsin and in municipalities in Milwaukee about all the pit bulls who are adopted or available for adoption through MADAC and our strays. Awesome. So 3 websites that you can go to and check things out. And like us on Facebook, share adoptables. I mean, we don't adopt out of state, so that's going to be kind of tough. I mean, we will in Illinois and Michigan if it's close, but we don't usually adopt cross-continent.
Well, awesome. That's our good friend Lynn. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We were going to check out a really quick short video that we made of our friend Piper the therapy dog, the Piper the therapy pit bull out in Indiana real quick, and we're going to come back and close the show out. So you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Laura. I am the mother of Piper, my pit bull, who is also a certified therapy dog. I have been in the canine business for probably 15 years, 20 years. Love the pit bull breed. I've loved the pit bull since Petey. So when I got Piper, I thought that maybe the first thing that I should do with her is start preparing her and socializing her to do therapy work. Therapy dog certification is completely different than a service dog certification. A therapy dog basically is a dog that can assist humans in hospitals and nursing homes, anywhere where there is some happiness needed. When I did the therapy training for Piper, for the first year and a half, I did it myself. I knew what needed to be done as far as what was expected of her as a therapy dog and what she would need to do to be able to go into different environments and be acclimated to wheelchairs, to elevators, to shiny floors, to crowds of people, to loud noises, to be able to focus on me and watch me and not go in and, you know, not jump on people, not jump on a bed if we're at a hospital, not put her feet on the elderly if they're in wheelchairs. Piper really does it all. She walks in and she's happy and smiling and can't wait to see the people, and they fall in love with her very quickly. There are hospitals in my area and my surrounding area that we go to. We visit a pediatric unit. We also go to schools, and we do an education program to help educate the younger group of children, the younger aged children, and teaching them dog responsibilities. We are trying to show people and be an example of what a pit bull dog truly is in a household. She has changed my life. She has educated me with a lot of things. Just having her in my life and being with her on a regular basis, she's a clown. She loves people, she loves kids, she loves to go places, she loves to travel. She does love everything and everybody. She's changed minds. She has changed minds of many, many people. And it's, you know, it's an amazing thing. It really is. I truly believe that pit bulls are by nature therapy dogs. They are by nature nanny dogs. They love kids, they love people. If you socialize them, they love all animals. I think for to be out and open and involved in different therapy, I think she's opening of people that believe that's the kind of it is. Hey, I'm Laura, and this is Piper, my therapy dog. If you want more information on Piper, you want to see what she does, you can certainly hit us up on Facebook. Her Facebook page, she has her own, is Piper's Page of Life. So please stop by, visit it. You'll see all her friends, and it'll tell you a lot about her.
All right.
Hey, all right.
We shot that out in Indiana. That was our good friend.
Yeah, yeah.
And beautiful dog, Piper.
And I think Cheryl said something just happened with Piper, right?
Something recently?
Yeah.
I don't remember saying anything like that, but my memory pretty much sucks. But Laura is awesome. I've known her for 3 years. Every day on National Pit Bull Awareness Day, she has a huge, gigantic event, and she pays for it out of her own pocket.
Yeah.
She makes T-shirts. She's awesome.
I know. I made it 1 year, so it's like she is good people. So, well, we were there. So anyway, 2 years. We were there once, and then I was there once for the I was there for her event, and she's good people. As a matter of fact, she has a Pitbull energy drink in her garage right now that I love. So tell her hello.
We got stash spots all over the country.
Yeah, that's right.
Just in case we touch down, and we can stay hydrated. You know
yes, right. That alien thing, you know. So
if you would like to foster some of our pallets of Pitbull energy drink, holler at us.
That's right, at hiphopbev.com, you know, and keep this show on the air. So for Foster Carter and Danny Mason,
and the whole team,
and that's Cheryl,
Paula. And where's Fred? Where's Fred at, man?
Fred is chilling, man. Fred is living the life of Riley down there in Florida. His parents
taking care of mom and dad.
Yeah, man. He got mom and dad moved in next door. I think they should be moved in.
Well, that's a caseload and a half.
Yeah, he was doing construction and stuff, and Fred's just smelling the roses for a minute, man. We talk every couple of weeks, and you know, it's like after working for 40 years, you know, and especially being an attorney, you know, he beat it up pretty bad, and then he just taking a second to do some traveling and enjoy his parents and stuff for a minute. And I totally can understand that, because I give my right leg for my mom to still be here, to be able to even talk on the phone with her, much less take a trip with her.
Well, that's awesome, man. I miss Fred. I miss Regina. I miss a lot of the folks that are out there grinding and helping out the show and just doing their own thing. And hopefully the things in their lives are getting better. And
absolutely,
Yep. Much love to you guys.
So until next week, guys, we're signing out of here. And remember, adopt, don't shop, and rescue and foster some dogs. And as Grip says at the top of the show, I'm a Pitbull, and we approve this message.
I'm a Pitbull, and I approve this message.